Hey everyone, Mark and Joey here on Labor Day weekend, Saturday. And guess what? We're working because we're all excited about Thursday night. But also we took a bit of a breather this past week. Beautiful weather here. You got a ton of golf in. And so it was a great weekend, but we have to finish up here. We're in our last division. But guess what was surprising? The Colts division was our last division. How did that work out? Sad to see on the retirement. I had called his injury in a previous video we did, but I didn't think retirement was going to be it. I thought it was going to be injury during the season. So sad for the Colts. Unhappy about the fans. We did a special feature on the whole Luck retirement thing, but we won't rehash that. But it did throw the division kind of wide open other than Houston for us. And my favorite quarterback now is quarterbacking Jacksonville. I don't know he's going to make enough of a difference, but I don't think we really think it's going to.
Well, I certainly don't. I mean, I don't know about you. You kind of seem, he has a big heart for
I've always
Nick
liked Foles from the beginning. Yeah.
I like Nick Foles, too. I think he's always been kind of mistreated in the NFL, as I find a lot of quarterbacks, which is funny in a league that's all about the quarterback, and really the teams struggle so much to get their quarterback.
But he got his $30 million now, so
anyway,
I guess he's being okay.
You got rewarded. I see this team really not that good. I really see him in the bottom of the pack with the Colts in this division. I already said I like Houston and Tennessee to be second. I don't think Nick Foles is enough for this team. I feel like there's too much going on with this team. They had too many flaws last year. It was obviously an awful year, and they get rid of Blake Bortles. They bring in Nick Foles. Is that enough for me? It's enough to calm a bit of the drama down, but as far as result-based, I don't know. Nick Foles has been a starter before, been pretty good, but not a life-changer.
Well, what have I always said about quarterbacks? It's easy to be the relief guy. You come in with no expectations. You know, your team's already in the playoffs. He gets them there, makes the run, obviously wins the Super Bowl. But I can tell you from many, many years of watching football, it's way easier to be that guy than it is to be the guy from game one on who's supposed to be the starting quarterback and make all those things right. I think the pressure is going to be interesting to see how he handles that. I think he had no lose situation when he went in for Philly both years. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Not nearly the team either.
No, I mean, the team's just really, Jacksonville is just so messed up. They really butchered themselves after the AFC Championship.
This was a team in the championship at one time.
AFC Championship almost beat New England that game too, and it was really just, they just butchered it this year, kind of showing no faith in some of the players that helped get him there, including Blake Bortles. I was not happy with exactly how they treated that situation. But, the offensive line wasn't great. The defense wasn't as good as the year before. It had so many injuries on that team last year. And I just don't see enough replacements to get the job done. Leonard Fournette is obviously one of the best backs in the league, but he's got to stay healthy and stay out of trouble. Jalen Ramsey, he had a good season, but he did all that trash talking before. He's been a little bit quieter this year. I just don't really know where to go with this team. I don't see enough changes to help me. I don't think the coach is good either, by the way. I'd rather have Tennessee's coach or even Indy's coach, I feel like, has more to go on than Jacksonville's coach. He's been in the doghouse for a while. I just don't know where to go from here with Jacksonville. I always feel they're just a nightmare, and they're a team that no one really cares about anyway. So, not a lot for me.
We have him in as a minor question mark because I think everything below Houston's a question mark because you got two brand new quarterbacks. You got a brand new backup in Tennessee. Who really knows
Tennessee
what's going to make it happen
Tennessee
there?
Made the playoffs a couple years ago, beat Kansas City last year. If the guy in London didn't go for it and kick that extra point to get to overtime, they might have been in the playoffs last year. Jacksonville is just so up and down to me, and really they had the one great year where the defense was phenomenal, and they were Saxonville, and then the very next year, that was gone, and I don't think they're reestablishing it by any means. I mean, I get getting Nick Foles, but I didn't totally blame Blake Bortles for the meltdown of last year. I mean, he wasn't great, but, the line wasn't great. The defense all of a sudden was injured. I feel like people missed the point with this team when they went all the way. They thought it was, Bortles did have a good year, but his year wasn't much different than his other years. The defense was better, and that meant he was on the field a lot more, and he got more touches. And at the end of the day, kind of like Seattle, the defense even scored some points for him too, right? So people just don't really, I didn't feel like they analyzed Jacksonville well. Now Jacksonville's traded some defensive players. They got a new quarterback, got rid of Bortles. Can they cool down the drama too to go with it? Big question mark. Not enough for me to have any faith when I know a lot about Tennessee and I know Houston. And Tennessee hasn't changed, but if anything, got better with their backup situation.
That's for sure, yeah.
So I know those two teams. I have faith in those two teams. I even know the Colts better in the fact that they've built other parts of the ball really, really well and need a quarterback. Jacksonville, to me, has some talent on paper They got to put it together, though, and I don't think they have the nuts to do it.
Well, there we are. Too much of a long shot to really back them this year. Too many question marks, not just a new quarterback, but lots of other things happening. We're picking them for last. I got a small question mark. I think they could not be last and be higher than the Colts, but not a playoff team this year. Love to see Nick Foles pull out some miracles. I don't think he's going to do it at starting quarterback. So we're expecting kind of a year like last year, maybe a little bit better, maybe a little less drama, but really not changing a whole lot of things.
I don't see it.
There you go. Houston, question mark, smaller question mark. Looking at probably Tennessee now for second place in this division and maybe a wild card spot. So we'll see what happens there. That's it. That's the whole league all analyzed in our projections. We're looking forward to Thursday. We'll look forward to you doing Wednesday show for Thursday, Saturday show for Sunday, Monday recap with a Monday show, all in the NFL coming up this winter.